Welcome back to our course. So, like before, we did talk about how to use the position and position relative and position absolute value. So this one, the original background may be our position of um position relative, and what we want move now be our position absolute. So the like this one, we get the body and the image. So if we look, the image there on top of the body, so the body when the image there on top so becomes relative to the image, and the image becomes absolute to the body. So absolute, like I talked before, that we go fit move. Relative means say not go move, so absolute go move on top of relative. That be just the meaning of that one. And I hope it did clear. If you get more questions, if you use the comment box below, and I did free to answer your questions. Okay, so now we talk about um class and ID. So now the class we represent them with dot for our style sheet. So what about the ID? So the ID represents them with hashtag and bam. So now this one will add the same image. Okay, URL, sorry, URL, then dot slash img this and save. Then we'll add height, the same height of 400 pixel, then width of 400 pixel, then border radius. Okay, you know what, just copy and paste. So now we need to change this to 200. Okay, so now we see two images, one on the right and one on the left. Now if we notice, the one on the right they show before the one on the left. So if we want make the one on the left show before the one on the right, what do we need to do? Very simple. We just need to add our z index to the one on the left, which is this, and we'll just write z index, and our z index should be greater than 0. So if we add from 0 or 1, it will mean say the one will carry the value of 1 will display before the one will carry the value a negative sign. So now if you see now, this one come before this one. So to correct them back, we just say this one will give z index of, let's say, 3 or 2. So the other one can't show before this one. So if we return this one, if we give say a negative z index, maybe let's say index of -3, and we save, it will move behind our initial image. So because index stay lower than 0, it will always stay behind. I will show you also how to hide element using the z index. So now we need to center this element properly. So first of all, we'll move this one from here to like 390. Then take this to OCRCB first. So move here to 390 and move this to 600, and we still get this shape. So we'll try further. So I'm gonna take it to 300 and 600. Okay. Okay. So now we'll get these two images now side by side. So If we want add space between this image, if we use the left or whatever, but see the accurate value to use. So if we add something like, padding, so this, so if we add padding of 20 pixels, then here we add padding of 20 pixels, and we save. We're not going to discover anything, no big difference, but difference there, because if we look, the middle of the image now come together, but we could observe big difference using this. So we could use example of another div. So let's say div, to write div with class, just say div dot, let's say info. Okay, now say lorem 10. Okay, fine. So we'll come here now, we highlight this new div dot class of info, then we say background color should be cadet blue. Now if we go back, then let's say color, sorry, color white. Okay, so we just make these two invisible for now and save. Let us see. Okay, fine. Now if we observe well, if we increase the padding of this particular, we say if we set padding to, sorry, to like 40 pixels, we'll observe a big change. So see what I think will happen. So the image, the letter will they compressed inside the the paragraph. So everything will they compressed and we'll get large space from each end. Okay, what if we increase the margin? So if we look now, the word they end to end, if we increase the margin, we'll see what will happen now. We say margin to 50 pixels and save. Now we see the space, the gap can be more wide. So make we bring back our images. Okay, so since we bring back our image, we will just make the, we'll just drop them down small. So we'll say to sky and to sky to 50 50. So say 260, sorry, 260 to 60. Okay, still need to drop them a bit. So let's say 270 to 70. Fine. So now we will just remove the padding. Fine. So we don't get our nice front page. So we're not gonna really use this for a particular website. We'll do better than this. So this is just example of a web page using the following values. We use the height, the width, the border radius, image. We use the font size, the font family. We use the um border. We use the background color. We use padding. We use margin, and we change the color of our text. So other things today, what we do with our CSS. So if we do things like rotation of a particular element using the transform. So we'll talk about the transform for our next video, and blurring using filters for CSS, blurring of images, the gray function, setting of opacity, and building filters. So if you really want to learn those courses, I beg you hit the subscribe button, and you ask if you get any question to ask. If you go our section for comments, ask your questions for there. Then if you like this video, please use the like button, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you for the next video. Wish you good luck.